You don't need to build an agency. You don't need to cold DM 100 people every single day. You don't even need to post content. All you have to do is steal Iman Gadzhi's entire business strategy and use it to make money on a website that 99% of people are still sleeping on. Whop. Now, you don't need any investors, you don't need any team, you just need to leverage systems and digital assets. And if I lost everything tomorrow and this is the only way I would make money, I would be completely fine because I know this would work every single time. Whop is literally, you could say, a Shopify for digital info products. You've got kids making $1,000 to $10,000 a month selling Notion templates, automation systems, freelance SOPs, even repurposing workflows for creators. But most people just treat it like a side hustle, not as an actual business. You gotta treat it like an actual business that you are acquiring. And that is also what kind of Iman teaches. You got a high leverage, low overhead, and it has to be scalable. If you want to print money online, Whop is the platform for you. You just need a product that solves a real problem and you need a system behind it. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Starting off with step one, you got to solve one problem very, very well. You don't need to be a guru. You don't need to post content every single day talking about, the problems of society and how you're gonna help them and how you're gonna, solve people's lives. You could, but you don't have to. You just need to solve one problem, one annoying problem that anyone is facing, creators are facing. Here's 3 right off the top of my head that you could probably do today without any special skills. The first one being clipping long form content for short form. So this is already something I mentioned in the past video, where Whop is basically offering communities where you can basically clip content for creators. Basically, creators are being like, hey, I got this giant ass video and I got clips, I got video clips, whatever. And all I needed you to do is take those clips, edit some sounds inside, put them together, and post it on your Instagram, post it on TikTok, post it on YouTube. And for views, I will give you money. And it's not like they're paying pennies. They are paying hundreds and thousands of dollars. For every 1,000 views, you can get paid from $1 to $3. And if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, you know that normal videos go from like 10K to 100K to a million. So if you make one video that gets 1,000,000 views, you're getting $3,000. It's as simple as that. And if you're posting one every single day, do you think that you might get one video that goes viral? The answer is definitely yes. So it's not that hard to make that $3,000 as long as you put in the work and you decide to go for it. A second approach, literally right on top of my head, is helping freelancers automate outreach. There's so many free automation softwares out there right now, like ManyChat, for example, managing chats. This one you might need to cold DM some creators, cold calling and be like, hey, like we see you spending so much time on, managing chats and you're spending your time on places you should not be spending time on. Let me just help you with that. And you could get $100 to $200, $300, hundreds of dollars per month for managing someone's basically social media account with AI, basically, with the free software. So automate the outreach for them, make it simpler for them. These are all annoying problems. And the third one, solve problems for lazy people. For example, someone does not know how to prompt ChatGPT and they do not want to find out. They just want 100 prompts for ChatGPT that will help them with content creation. Well, there you go. Create 100 prompts for them. Sell it for $10. And trust me, there are so many lazy people out there that you can sell this to so many people. If you sell this to 100 people, $1,000. And that's just from basically 100 words that you put in the script. That's it. It's as simple as that. So that's all you gotta do. You gotta solve one problem very, very well. Now, step 2 is you need to build it like a system, not a one-time thing, right? Because a one-time thing, you just sell it, $10, boom, it's gone. You got to maintain the monthly revenue, and that's how you scale your business. So this is where the Iman Gadzhi mindset actually matters. You don't build a problem. You don't build a product. You build a system. So here's how you could probably structure yours. Your front-end product is going to be $10 a month for the ChatGPT prompts, and your back-end upsell is going to be basically custom help, like one-on-one coaching, one-on-one help, or private updates on, for example, the prompts. Any new information, new news that you could use for the prompts, you're gonna give your customer first time. See, these are like back-end upsells. And then affiliate programs. You could basically ask your current customers to drive traffic for you, right? You could pay them a little commission of 10%, 20% to drive traffic to you, and you end up getting more customers. And then monthly updates. You need to keep the product valuable and alive. So every single month, you can add on a few more, right? You can add on a few more prompts. You could talk about like news or whatever it is. Just make sure that your product is always consistently moving forward and it's not being stagnant, because you need the monthly recurring revenue. And I know it's easier said than done, but through experience, through hard work, it is very perfectly attainable. All you gotta do is put in the work, put in the effort, and see the results come. For step 3, all you gotta do is drive traffic without being a creator. If you're a creator and you can drive traffic, that is perfectly fine. That is the best option. But if you're shy in front of the camera, you don't want to be a creator, there are a lot of things you can do, but they might be a little expensive, they might be a little costly, they might be a little time consuming. See, there are ups and downs. So when you're just starting off, something I personally did was Reddit and Discord and Instagram. All I did was post on my story, hey, this is the value. I'm going to drop all the value I can, and then I slide in a link, right? I leave a cliffhanger, I leave a hook, so like people are going to be like, what is this guy talking about? And they click on my link and they join my community. That is how I did it. You could also do this on Reddit and Discord. You can basically post in a thread valuable information, and at the end leave a cliffhanger. Hey, if you want to hear more, click on this link. Boom, boom, boom. Sales. This is all you have to do. And then also niche TikToks. Post faceless clips showing the system, like how it actually works, and people actually receiving results. Boom, click, sale. That's all you need to do in order to drive traffic without being a creator. Step 4 is you need to stack products like assets. You can't just, once your first product is live, you can't just stop. You need to stack one after another, same niche, but a new angle. For example, a different variant. For example, ChatGPT prompts, you could do like DeepSeek prompts, like Gemini prompts. Expand. Stay within your niche, but change it at a new angle. Because if you just have one item and you're surprised that you don't have any sales, well, that's probably the reason, because you have one item. If you're putting one item, 2 items, if you have 10 items on your store, 100 items on your store, what are the chances that you're going to get a sale, right? And you're doing all the outreach methods I mentioned before. If you do all of that and you have 100 products, what are the chances you're going to get a sale, right? The people that are making a lot of money, they're not lucky. Well, I mean, they are lucky in some regards, but they're actually putting the works that are allowing them to be lucky. If you're just putting in one product versus some guy that puts 100 products, of course, the guy who has 100 products is going to see more success than you, because he's doing much more work than you. And so this is what you have to do if you want to achieve success. Finally, this is literally what Iman Gadzhi teaches, just in a smaller, scrappier way. You got to find leverage and you got to build systems. That is how you buy back your time. And Whop lets you do that with just zero capital. That is the main point I want to emphasize. Whop does all of this for free. You don't need to pay anything, right? When you start off, you don't need to pay anything. Later on, obviously, they do charge a little bit of like royalties, like 3%, 5%, micro royalties. But making an account, setting up your first products, completely free of charge. So there's nothing to worry about. Also, if you guys want any help with creating your first Whop project, or if you want to see me create a new Whop project and launch it in 60 days, drop a comment or just literally DM me, and I'll show you how I built mine and how you can help, and how I can help you build yours. So last but not least, you're either consuming or you're creating. Don't be the consumer, be the creator. And if you're smart, you're going to be selling the tools that help creators win. Remember, in a gold rush, never be the one that mines gold. Always be the one that sells the shovels. Whop is wide open, and just go build something that prints money. Good luck, guys.